We're going running backs. We have James Conner at Pittsburgh. A lot of ats this week. Or Zack Moss, new starter at Tennessee. Justin, I know that you're a big Colts guy. We all know that. Why are you picking Zack Moss?
Damn, why do you think I'm not going to pick James Conner?
Dude, this is so easy too.
It is easy.
This is so easy.
It's flat out Zack Moss at this point. I mean, if you go back to when Jonathan Taylor wasn't around for weeks 2, 3, and 4, he was scoring 20 points a game. And even when Jonathan Taylor came back, 33.5 points a game, like that game. So against, do you know what team he scored 33.5 points against?
Tennessee.
The Tennessee Titans. This is a no-brainer. He's looking good, even with Jonathan Taylor in there. Without him in there, it doesn't really matter. I'm starting Zack Moss with confidence. If I have Zack Moss, I'm still trying to get him in a league.
I'm trying to understand why we picked James Conner as the rival.
I don't know. Why did you?
I said simple shit.
I didn't. I put four. I put four running backs. I put 4 running backs. And you pick them. That's what we do on Wednesday mornings. I say, here are my 4 options.
I didn't even look at the options. I just saw y'all talking trash about Kelsey, and I had to prove Josh wrong. Then I went back to work.
I didn't want to go with the Singletary option against Denver, and I didn't really want to go with Brees over
Singletary versus Zack Moss is a lot closer.
I think that is actually a lot closer. Brees, that would probably be kind of close too.
All right, here's what we're doing.
Take Zack Moss.
But here's the thing:
lump them all together.
You're starting Brees. Like, you're most likely already starting Brees. This isn't the question. The question is Zack Moss. If these guys are on your bench, who are you starting?
You want to be honest? Zack Moss is an auto start this week. Until Jonathan Taylor starts, he's an auto start. So the real question would have been like Singletary versus Conner. If we're being honest,
fair. That's fair.
Because Moss, he was so good before. I don't know where he came from because he's never been good in his life. And Buffalo. I expect him to. I know where he. No, I'm saying I don't know where he came from. Like out of nowhere because he's never been good.
Right.
And then that
offensive line has been killing it this year.
So I mean, whoever Jonathan Taylor's been great, Zack Moss has been great. I see no reason for that to change. I'm going Moss all day long.
Hey, Big E, we'll get to you in about 2 minutes. I do want to say something on this. I fear, and I know that Zack Moss is an instant start, auto start. This is an obvious one to me as well, but I fear because we saw this happen with Jonathan Taylor where. The first drive, he'll get 7-9 carries. I've been on this. If you follow me on Twitter, you see me complain about it every week.
If you watch the Colts game with him, also, like, he just texts you, like, where's Jonathan Taylor? Why isn't he getting the ball?
He'll get 9 carries on the first drive, be awesome, and he'll get 1 carry the second drive, 1 carry the third drive, maybe 2 carries the third drive.
But no one else is touching the ball, really. So, I mean, he's getting all the work, and he scored a ton. Jonathan Taylor's been great.
He has been great. So I fear
they're just streaky, I think.
Are they going to do that again? Are they going to let Zack Moss eat in the first drive, and then all of a sudden Gardner's going to throw? It was ridiculous that Gardner Minshew threw 20 passes. Meanwhile, Jonathan Taylor had like 6 carries. It was ridiculous at that point.
That's a little bit facetious, but
no, it was true. It was true.
But by the end of the game, Jonathan Taylor was touching the ball a lot more.
He got his touches. That's all.
If they get
15
behind,
touches and he got 91 yards.
If they get behind against Tennessee, are we still? I mean, it's highly doubtful to get behind against Tennessee. But funny things happen. Listen. Look, Connor revenge game doesn't matter. Maybe that's why you picked it. The dude hasn't scored double-digit fantasy points since week 2 or week 3. Let's be honest. He hasn't scored jack squiddly squat since he's been back. I think he doesn't even 15 points combined in his last 3 games. He's been ultra bad. James Conner shouldn't be an option. Honestly, you shouldn't start James Conner at this point.
Unless you have no other options.
I have to start James Conner this week. It's my only starting running back. I'm playing a bye week player.
I love it.
And there goes the fireworks.
All right. Big E's got 2 comments or questions. The first one, I traded Jonathan Taylor and Waddle for McCaffrey right before JT.
I freaking love that.
Congratulations.
That's a lot. It is a lot because Waddle's solid and JT has been really good. But it's worked out really. You got really lucky also. But obviously CMC is a monster, so good deal.
And then the next one, should I trade Javonte Williams for Zack Moss?
No, that's
yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Why not?
Because he's only going to be good for 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay, what if Big E needs to get into the playoffs?
If you need to get into the playoffs, okay, I'm okay with it. Like if you're like on the border, yes. But I mean, in the playoffs, Moss is going to be no good to you, most likely.
It depends.
And Javonte hasn't been terrible. Like he had,
but he hasn't been spectacular.
No, he hasn't
been spectacular.
He hasn't been, but he's still been like you can start him. He's still startable.
And I pay attention to this because I have Javonte on that same team where I have Taylor, and Samaje Perine's getting a little bit of extra
he's pissing me the crap off lately. I'll say that much.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying Zack Moss will be the only show in town.
Only thing I think.
It's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. Moss. It's not a guarantee. Jonathan Taylor comes back anyway.
I mean, I guess you're right.
It's not a guarantee.
I'm just saying, if you don't need to make that trade, I would probably not. Even though I think Moss is the clear better player for the next 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, maybe, whatever.
But if you have Jonathan Taylor, I would make this trade.
Well, I think I don't know. I don't know how many
that's not bad.
He's in, but he did trade away Jonathan Taylor and Waddle.
Oh wait, he just did trade it away. Traded Jonathan Taylor. Wait, never mind. Yeah, if it's the same league, I mean, you already have McCaffrey, so you could do this. McCaffrey's 2 players anyway.
I think it comes down to how bad you need to win. If you really need to win, you do the trade. If you don't, you can wait because you're ready for the playoffs. Because again, we play for the playoffs, and if in 4 weeks Moss is irrelevant again, and I'm not saying Javonte is a monster, but at least Javonte is going to help you in the playoffs when Moss will most likely be all but irrelevant, like he has been the last month while Taylor's been back. That's all.
But we did say, Justin can back me up. When Taylor came back from the injury, Zack Moss.
But that was like he was out for a month. He hadn't played. He hadn't practiced. This is different. It said he's not going to be out of shape. He's a finger, so he should still be able to like practice and all that stuff. I don't know why. I still don't know what I understand. I've seen quarterbacks play with a broken finger. Like, how can this guy not play with a broken finger? I don't get that
had to be
at all.
Something that we're missing off of that.
Yeah, something either like I don't know.
They were considering IR yesterday, but as of today, like I guess IR is not even being considered. So this makes me think it's only going to be 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, like if he's only out for 2 weeks, then
something with his ligament or something. I don't know, but
or he almost like
they're also they're worried about ball security. You don't want him to fumble the ball and like that screws up confidence. So I mean. Crazy. When you have a guy like Zack Moss, why risk more further damage and injury?
That's true. Moss the stud
from Buffalo.